Board Game Empire. Today we're going to be doing a review on Battle Bears, the board game.
Okay, so we played Battle Bears, and there's quite a bit to like. We really like the components. The cards have a lot of different cards that you could do different things with. You have your light weapons, heavy weapons. You have your health tracker and your weight. Your weight is determined on how certain cards have weight, and they pretty much reduce your movement. But just a lot to like. There's also if you die, you return back as a huggable, which is very cool. So you return back as a huggable. You get 3 health and 3 movement. You also pretty much in your next turn you place 2 huggables everywhere or wherever you want. That's in the corners or connected to other huggables. So we're just going to jump right into the review. So for the rules, I'll let you start. What did you think about the rules?
I would give it like a 4 out of 5 because there were some things that missed. Like there were some things. Like there was one thing that said you can target an empty space, but I'm not sure why you would even do that. And it also didn't really explain if cards count as an action.
Yeah, and so I agree with him. I would give it 4 out of 5. There's some rules that were kind of vague, or I don't know if they were just missing or something. I looked through the rule book. They're not, I know for a fact, one of the ones that I'm going to mention is not even in the rule book. Actually, 2 of them are, and the only reason I know one of them is because watching other videos on the game. So it doesn't state, it says perform 2 actions here. Here, I'll show. Perform 2 actions, but it doesn't state if use any single card from your hand to discard card to use your ability. If that's considered action, we played it as that's considered action because it's a part of in that little section. So that's what we interpreted it as, but the rulebook doesn't clarify it. So you have to pretty much guess for yourself. Also, if there's huggables that go around and pretty much close up one of the tiles, you remove it. The only reason I knew about it, which is not mentioned in the rulebook, it's from watching a video. But then there's one rule that was not covered that doesn't even explain or show or anything, that if that occurs where a tile is removed, what happens to this character? Does that mean he automatically loses? Does he take 3 damage? I think it might be covered in the book, but it's very vague and doesn't highlight on that specific topic. I know if it's surrounded, what the book states is when it's surrounded, you take 3 damage. But it doesn't specify about the tile. If a tile is removed from the huggables, pretty much closing it, what happens to the character. So that one, I think, needs to be explained in the actual rule book. And that's why we're giving it a 4 out of 5. There was some vagueness in the rule book, which is it would be pretty easy to change it and just do a revision of the rule book and just add some of the stuff that was missing. But for now, it's 4 out of 5. What do you think about the components?
I really like the components. I like the huggable tokens. I like the huggable and some of the characters like this. Like this one. This one looks really cool. I also like how each card has like different art on it, and there's a lot of different cards. So I think that the components are good.
I agree. I'll give the components a 5 out of 5. I also like the dice design and how it's not a sticker. Actually, it's engraved or not engraved, but pretty much just on the dice. Um, I like the huggable designs. They're quite cute, and also the little heart and little tokens, the cards, like the player board, and the little huggables. Once you turn it, that's quite cute. And I like the tiles. The tiles are nice and thick, so they'll last a while. And also, there's the insert for the actual game. It's really nice. It has a spot for everything, so that I enjoy. It's easier to keep everything organized, and streamlines the setup to just like 5-10 minutes. So component quality, I would give it 5 out of 5. What do you think about the experience?
I think that it was a pretty good experience. We had a lot of fun moving around, collecting items, and I really like the second scene's huggable whenever you become a huggable, because whenever your main character dies, you have a chance to come back as the huggable, because he has some pretty powerful moves that he can do.
Yeah, I agree. The experience 4 out of 5. The huggable aspect of the game, the second chance, it's we've not played a game that actually incorporates that, so I really like that aspect of the game. And you're even able to win if you eliminate the other opponent. And the way you do that is pretty much you just you connect huggables until you can surround your opponent, and then they keep getting damage. Or if you eliminate the tiles, that's what we played it because we didn't know the rules. If someone actually was in tile, then we looked at it as that's pretty much you're fully eliminated. So just really easy and fun to play with the huggables, the second chance, and also the main game. Pretty much you're just picking up and light and heavy. It's a good little skirmish game for that's quick and easy. Literally takes 15 to 25 minutes to play, and it's done. And the reason is because after each turn, you're placing a huggable, so you're eliminating part of the map eventually, and so it's just closing in more and more, and so you're limited by the end to probably like half the map or less, and so just a great little skirmish game. So, what do you think of the mechanics?
I like the mechanics, but there are some cards. Like, I like the fact on how the second chance, and I like how there's a huggable each time. It goes pretty smoothly each turn, but there are some items like legendary cards where you can target empty space that don't seem that good, and green rarity cards like the freezer blaster that seem like you can win the game off of just that one card.
Yeah, I agree. So with mechanics, I would give like probably like a 3 or 4, probably a 4. The cards are quite good, but there are some that are questionable, like the one that hits the empty spaces. We couldn't figure out why that was so, and we looked at the rulebook. It doesn't state why you would want to hit empty spaces. And then the freezer blaster is quite good because you can target multiple opponents. Pretty much your first opponent or first tile, whatever hex, you would be hitting it for 6, and then 5, 4, 3 as it goes further distance, and so you're able to hit multiple opponents. We only play with us two and AI, so really wasn't. We really didn't get to see that. The AI did destroy us with that freezer blaster, though, and so. Like I said, it's 4 out of 5. There's just some, and the freezer blasters. What was it? Just a rare or something, or uncommon?
It was a green uncommon.
Yeah, it was just uncommon, and yet it seemed a little bit more. Seemed a little stronger than the actual legendary, and some of them ones we picked up. So I don't know how they factored which one's uncommon or rare or legendary, but. Some of them just seem a little bit overpowered for just uncommon. But overall, the mechanics 4 out of 5. What did you think about replayability?
I think it's replayable because each time you're going to be playing the huggable tokens differently. And there's also a lot of different cards. Each game you're going to have different cards and different armor and weapons that each player is going to be using. And because it's not always going to be the same because of this big deck of cards. And also, I like the huggables. You can roll with dice on that. So I think that's replayable.
Yeah. So I would give it like a replayable of like 4. It's highly replayable, but just some questionable rules and vagueness that just need to be taken care of, and just revise pretty much rulebook. I think if they could change some of it or add some of the questions or concerns that I had in the video, hopefully, then it will just simplify and streamline it and help it where people are not just confused or don't know what to do. But so replayability 4 out of 5. What do you think of overall total?
I think it's a good little skirmish game. It's good for like people who are new to board games, like 10 to 11 maybe.
Yeah.
I like the second change aspect is probably my favorite part, the huggable board.
Oh yeah, we actually like that part. I mean, yeah. I can see us trying to lose just to play it huggable because it's almost like a different game in itself where you're placing 2 huggables and trying to surround your opponent. So that aspect of the game is quite fun. But yeah, overall total, I would give it like a 3.5, 4, like probably like a 7, like just a solid 7. And pretty much there's a lot that could be incorporated in the game with more tiles and expansion, more cards, kind of a revised rule book. We see the potential of the game, and if they incorporate more tiles to do different things, the huggable aspect is phenomenal. That's one thing we really enjoyed. We love the component quality and everything, and we see a lot of promise in this game. So it's a good little skirmish game, but I would tailor this more to like 10 and 11. It's indicated at age 14 plus. We don't see a 14-year-old pretty much playing this game in the strategic level that it is. We see more like a 10, 11, 12, or maybe 9, 10, 11, 12. This would pretty much tailor to that age range, we feel. And so that's what I'm rating it as. It's at that age range, because if you rate it at more adult, this is more like a gateway. But if you rate at the more advanced board game players, this would be probably a 3. But if you pick it for 9, 10, 11, 12 age range, it's a 4. So I'm rating it as a 4 for that simple reason, because I can see Quentin at that age range, he would love this game. We would have been playing this game forever and many times over, because it's just so cute, and it's simple to learn, simple to teach, and very strategic. So 4 out of 5. If you like this video, is there anything you want to mention or say or anything?
Yeah, I feel like that the 14, I don't see how a 14-year-old would play this because it's not strategic enough. When you think of 14 plus games, you think of games that are really strategic.
Yeah.
And this game is a cute gateway game. I could see this game for 10 to 11-year-olds. They should probably lower the age rating because it's not strategic enough. But it is a good gateway game. It's simple, although the rulebook does need to be changed a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. So pretty much we feel that if they lower the age range, it would appeal more to the actual age demographic that it should appeal to, and the audience would be more pleased with it, as opposed to 14 up that might deter some of that audience range because it's not strategic enough for that age range. And so again, 4 out of 5. If you want to leave a comment down below. I'm gonna have a link where buy the game. My social media is down below in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye.